Hello, everyone, and welcome to another week of ROS Sports Pro Football Weekly. This is week number 14 now, season 2 for us. I'm your host tonight, Tom Cetera, along with my son, Robbie Cetera. Robbie's back in Albany, Oregon now, so back to his one of his future homes that he's been at 3 or 4 different times, and now he's
Probably
back
looking
again.
at 6 now.
6th time now? Okay.
Something like
well,
that.
so you're getting used to it then.
No.
All right. Well, we have no. Okay. Week 13 proved to be a pretty exciting week. There were some surprises. It brought a lot of teams kind of closer together. NFC record-wise seems much better than the AFC. I think it's going to be a lot easier to get in the AFC to the playoffs, but we'll just have to wait and see how things will play out. So for week 14, anyway, I'll just get into this part of it right now. The buys for this week are Carolina, New York Giants, New England, and San Francisco. So, as we take a look, I hope everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving. I know I had my fill of turkey and mashed potatoes and gravy and stuffing and all sorts of good stuff. And I got to watch football all weekend too, which was really nice for a change. It won't happen again for any time soon, but I had a full weekend to be able to do it. So let's jump into last week's games. And kind of go through the rundown on those, and then we'll update our prediction contest between Robbie and I, and then move on to this next week. So, all right. In Game 1 on Thanksgiving morning, Green Bay defeated Detroit 31-24. It was the Dallas Cowboys over Kansas City 31-28. Cincinnati beat Baltimore 32-14. Chicago over the Eagles 24-15. You know, the first 3 games we selected last week, Robbie and I agreed on, and we missed all 3. The Friday game, I picked the Bears. I don't know that you picked the Bears.
Nope.
But so the first 3 games we missed, and Robbie missed the first 4. Anyway. Carolina over the Rams. I did not pick that one. Tampa Bay over Arizona, 20-17. The Jets over Atlanta, 27-24. Miami over New Orleans, 21-17. Houston over Indianapolis, 20-16. It was Jacksonville over Tennessee, 25-3. San Francisco over Cleveland, 26-8. Seattle over Minnesota, 26-0. The Chargers over Las Vegas, 31-14. Buffalo over Pittsburgh, 26-7. Denver over Washington, 27-26. And it was New England all over the Giants, 33-15. So as we look into this week, I think my lead was like 8 games after last week. 7 games maybe it was. So what happened last week? The numbers weren't pretty, I don't think.
Not good stuff.
Not good stuff? I was 11-5?
Yep.
Having missed 3 out of the first 4. Okay, all right, I'll take that. And 9-7, so now I'm 9 games ahead. Okay. I will take that. Yeah, it was a tough week. Okay. Are those in order? Did you really miss the first 2, 4, 6, 7?
What do you think?
No, they weren't in order. Okay.
They're in order.
Oh, were they really?
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow. Okay. Then you went on a run. Look at that.
Yeah,
you
but
picked 9
the problem
straight.
is so did you.
I guess I did, didn't I? All right, so let's take a look at last week's, actually the power rankings, the rain rankings from last week, or for this week, I guess. For me, I think I had New Orleans and Tennessee maybe flipped. I don't know. The same 3 teams are there, New Orleans, Tennessee, and Las Vegas in that order. How about you?
Tennessee, Vegas, New Orleans.
Okay.
with
And,
with Tennessee being at 32.
okay. And I have Vegas at 32. I just don't see any wins for
How can you have
Vegas
Vegas at 32 when Tennessee has one less win?
because they just aren't as good.
Neither's
They're not as
Tennessee.
good. No, they couldn't beat Tennessee. If they played each
I
other,
think they would.
Tennessee
I
would
think they would.
win. I
I
think
don't think so.
Tennessee would win.
I don't think so.
Watch Vegas. Just watch them.
I don't want
I
to.
think Max Crosby's even going to ask out. That's how bad it's gotten.
I don't think he will.
All right, how about the Shine teams? I had some different teams in there last week, and then a couple of those kind of went by the wayside.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember who I had last week.
Well, I guess I had Denver, New England, and the Rams, and I get
One new team in there
okay,
in my top 3.
okay. I've actually have the same 3 teams in it, but where does yours start? Who is number 3 for you?
Number 3 is the Rams.
That's who I have as number 3 team. Number 2?
Seattle.
Whoa! Okay. Okay. I didn't see that one coming. I have Denver in that spot. And then who's your number 1 team?
Be New England. I can't put Denver up here right now. They're still only 1-score games. So
Yeah, yeah. I have New England in that place as well. So how about your rain team of the week? So this is the team that just disappointed bigger than anybody else.
can I say everyone that I picked?
The first 7 games.
Like, come on. The Arizona Tampa Bay doesn't surprise me,
No.
but everything else is like, really? You're supposed
So
to be able
my
to put these
rain
guys
team
away.
though from the week was Baltimore though, losing to Cincinnati 32-14. Yeah.
That's who I got up there too.
Okay. And then how about for your shine team, the team that was above expectations?
I got Carolina here.
Okay, that's definitely a good one. I actually took Chicago beating Philadelphia 24-15. That was kind of a surprise to me. So
Funny thing is last week I said that Philadelphia was going to score over 21 points and maintain the lead all game. Don't think they had a lead at all.
no, I don't believe they did. No. All right, well, let's take a look at this week. Go through the games for this week. Again, the 4 teams on the bye were Carolina, the Giants, New England, and San Francisco. Thursday game. This is actually a good game for. I mean, this is
Maybe.
Dallas at Detroit. The way Dallas has been playing. Dallas 6-5-1, Detroit 7-5. Detroit favored by 3, 54.5 is the over/under, and I'm taking Detroit in this. I think this will set Dallas's season back. I believe anyway.
Yeah, it's going to be a bounce back week for Detroit for sure.
All righty. Next one, Pittsburgh at Baltimore. Again, who knows on this one? Both teams not playing great. Baltimore is favored by 6. Over/under is 42.5. Both teams 6-6. What you got here?
Well, so far, the 2 teams that I'm picking this week are 2 teams that I picked last week, and they both lost. Will they do it again this week? Maybe. But I got Baltimore here as well.
Okay, I have Baltimore too. Indianapolis at Jacksonville. This is actually a good game as well. Both 8-4. Indianapolis favored by 1.5 points. Over/under is 47.5. And I got Indy.
Yep, I got
think
Indy as
Indy
well.
will take
I don't
care
like the fact that we're agreeing on all this.
Yeah, well, sometimes that happens. All right, next game, New Orleans at Tampa Bay. New Orleans 2-10, Tampa Bay 7-5. Tampa Bay favored by 8.5. Over/under is 42.5. No brainer.
Can't say that. But yeah, I'll say Tampa Bay.
Yep, I got Tampa Bay as well on that one. So we agree the first 4 this time. All right, Miami at the New York Jets. Miami's favored by 3. Over/under is 41.5. Miami 5-7, Jets 3-9. Which team's playing?
It's in every matchup is that question.
Right.
So
I'm taking the Jets in this one.
okay,
They
we got a
actually.
difference. We got a difference.
Okay, you got
I got
Miami.
Miami. Yep.
All right. We got Washington 3-9 against the Vikings 4-8. Minnesota's favored by 2. Over under is 42.
Let me look. Who is the quarterback this week for them?
McCarthy is playing this week.
He is.
Yep. It looked like it anyway.
And Jaden Daniels is back apparently too.
I think he might be, yes.
That makes my decision a lot easier. I'm gonna go with Washington.
Okay, I've got Washington as well. All right, here we go. Tennessee at Cleveland. Cleveland favored by 4. Over under is 33. 33 and a half is the over under. And you know what? I got Cleveland here. This could be Tennessee's game to win.
Nah. Nah. I'm gonna go with Cleveland as well.
All right. Cincinnati at Buffalo. Can Cincinnati's fairy tale season come to life? Buffalo favored by 5.5. Over under is 53.5. Cincinnati 4-8. Buffalo 8-4. You know, I would love to just say, "Hey, Cincinnati." I'd love that story to happen. I'd like them to win the last 5 and win win the North. They play Baltimore twice. They play Pittsburgh once still.
Man, it's which version of Buffalo? I'm gonna say Buffalo though. It's hard to count out that team.
Yeah, I believe. Looking right now, it feels like the playoffs have started for a lot of these teams. So I think they really need to get into form, and it's December now, so I expect Buffalo to come out at home. I expect them to do well. I think if it was in Cincinnati, I may pick Cincinnati on that one, but I'm going to go with
You
Buffalo
should.
here. Seattle at Atlanta. Seattle 9-3. Atlanta 4-8. Seattle favored by 7. Over under is 44.5. Is this that hiccup for Seattle? Is this that game that
I mean, it wouldn't necessarily be a hiccup because it's a good team.
Yeah, still, it's not a game they should lose. It really isn't. But is this that one game sometimes that they get into that they just can't do it? I don't think so. I think McDonald's got them playing fantastic defense, and defense travels. And I think Darnold's going to get better than he was these last couple games. I got Seattle winning this one.
I got Seattle as well.
All right, Denver at the Raiders. Denver favored by 7.5. Over under is 40.5. Denver 10-2. Raiders 2-10. Is this that game that the Raiders jump up and beat the Broncos?
After you just demolished the Raiders, saying they can't even beat Tennessee.
They're on the bottom.
Then this should be a no-brainer, right?
Right. No
When
brainer.
you say that with so much uncertainty.
Absolutely.
What? I'm going to go with Denver.
I got Denver as well. All right, Los Angeles Rams at the Cardinals. Rams favored by 8. 47.5 is the over-under. Rams 9-3. Arizona 3-9. I got the Rams. Playoffs basically have started.
Yep. Got the Rams as well.
All right, Chicago at Green Bay. Chicago, the number 1 seed in the NFC as of right now. Chicago 9-3. Green Bay 8-3-1. Green Bay favored by 6.5. Kind of a big number. Over under is 44.5. Who do you like here?
For me, it's a consistency thing
Okay.
with offense. And Cleveland has been doing well a big majority of the season. So I'm gonna, or did I say Cleveland?
You said Cleveland.
Chicago is what I meant to say. So I'm gonna go with Chicago in this one.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna actually go with Green Bay. I think Chicago is a hell of a lot better team than they have been. I don't believe they're going to be the number one seed in the end. Um, but I for my parlay, I actually was thinking of taking the over on the spread, but then I kind of looked at the point line, and I think Green Bay is going to end up winning this. I think Mike is going to have a game here, and I think Chicago is going to get a little more pressure on them than they thought, or than they have been. Their defense turns the ball. I mean, they're getting a lot of turnovers, but they haven't played that great a defense. So I think Green Bay is going to take care of this one. So, all right, Sunday night game, Houston at Kansas City. This is a big game. It really is. Houston 7-5, Kansas City 6-6. Kansas City's favored by 3.5. Over under is 42. You know, we've been looking at Kansas City these last 4 weeks, going, okay, this is their time now. They have to win this one. It's you know, the playoffs are here. Here it comes. Every game's a playoff game now. They got to basically win out. And I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Another time here, I got Kansas City. Houston's been playing well, but you say no.
I'm not doing it again.
You
Too
got
many
Houston?
times I've learned. But now, of course, this is going to be the time Kansas City wins because that's just how it is. But I got Houston.
All righty. All right, the Monday night game, the Philadelphia Eagles at the LA Chargers. Both teams 8-4. Philadelphia favored by 3. Over under is 40.5. And here we are with Philadelphia again. You know, the last, um, you know, again, I said it last week as well. I see 2023 coming into play here, and seeing them stumbling in these last half of these games. We'll see what happens, but I think they'd have to fall an awful long way if Dallas does lose this weekend. It's going to be awful tough for anybody to catch them, even if Philadelphia doesn't win this game. But so who you taking?
Same boat as Kansas City for me. Prove me wrong. I'm going to go with the Chargers.
Okay. I'm going to take Philadelphia again, just saying, well, this is their do or die. I mean, if the tone is set with this one, if they end up losing this game as well, and again, there's so many of these teams that we've seen two sides of it, but they have not been playing well. So this is my last benefit of the doubt with Philadelphia as well. So I'll take Philadelphia on that one. So let's take a look now at the rain and shine games of the week. So the rain game is the one that is just
We have the same one.
going to be the yawner. Yeah, there is a couple that you could have chosen though. That
There's only one.
Tennessee and Cleveland to me is kind of a. It's a little
Kind of.
interesting. Just Cam Ward and Shadur. No, is that who you picked?
Yeah,
Okay, well that's not who I picked.
that is.
I have
You're
my
lying.
rain game is actually Miami and New York. I'm not. I'm not.
I'd rather watch that one.
I think seeing Cam Ward up against Shadur is a good matchup to be able to watch, and I think it probably will be a good game. So, but that'll be that's my rain game is Miami and the Jets. You have the Tennessee Tennessee Cleveland game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, how about your shine game? This one's going to surprise you. You've probably seen it though already, so it won't surprise you in the
I
end.
didn't look. So a few years ago, these two teams played, and there was a big event that happened in the middle of the game, causing the game to be pretty much canceled.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
Obviously, I don't think anything like that is going to happen this week. Hope not. But whenever these two teams have played, it's been very high scoring.
Okay. Fireworks.
So I got Cincinnati, Buffalo.
Okay, that's a good game as well. You know, and that's you look at records and you think, well, they're 4-8 against 8-4 Buffalo, but it's just two teams that can play against each other. But you look throughout this schedule: Pittsburgh and Baltimore, 6-6 teams; Indianapolis, Jacksonville, both 8-4; Um, Chicago Green Bay is a possibility. 9-3, 8-3-1. Houston Kansas City is a possibility. Philadelphia the Chargers is a possibility. But I'm actually taking Dallas and Detroit. I think that very well could be um, one of the better games of the weekend. So
I got so confused for a second.
Anyway, that's who I have for my shine game is Dallas and Detroit. You know, I've warmed up a little bit on Dallas too. I like to see them doing well, even though I'm not a Dallas fan and I root them to
Get
lose
out.
always.
Get out.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, all right. That's our selections for this week. Now let's take a look at, for entertainment purposes only, the parlay bets for the week. I went 1-1 last week, so I didn't hit my parlay. So
I went 1-1 as well.
2 weeks in a row that neither one of us has hit it. So this weekend we probably will. Somebody probably will. So my parlay that I have Indianapolis giving a point and a half. I think I had written on my slip that they were getting a point and a half, but they're actually giving a point and a half to Jacksonville. So I have Indianapolis minus 1.5 on the first leg, and on the second leg, I have Green Bay given 6.5 to Chicago. I think they'll beat them by a touchdown. So those are my two picks to surely win, unless it doesn't.
I got Denver and Las Vegas over 40.5.
You know,
With 28 of them being Denver.
I thought about doing that, but I just didn't think that Vegas was going to be able to score enough. I think Denver probably will have 28. I don't think Vegas will come up with 12, 13 though to get to that bigger number. But I
And
can
then
see it.
I got Philly and the Chargers over 40.5 as well.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, week 14 is upon us. Again, tomorrow night, Dallas at Detroit in a really it's a big game in the NFC. It really is. Dallas is trying to see if the slipper will fit for the Cinderella team. And Detroit needs a win. I mean, just the way they've been playing, they really need a win. Amon-Ross St. Brown's is talking about possibly playing, so that could be a good thing. I don't know for sure, but that's kind of what was said. So that game starts tomorrow night. That's on Amazon at 5:15. I think is the start time to kick off week number 14. So hope everybody will enjoy the weekend and enjoy the games. Thank you again for watching this, and hopefully it brings a little bit of entertainment to your life. And hoping for a healthy weekend of football. I don't want to see a bunch of injuries happen. Let's hope some games come out and some stars shine. And actually, we got to go to the fantasy side of things. I just about went out of here without it. So let's get our fantasy leaders of the week. You were just ready to let me just sign right off. And
I wouldn't have said anything.
all right, what were our leaders for last week? Quarterback,
Well,
running back, wide receiver, tight ends, quarterbacks.
it's interesting, I'll say. Well, leading off quarterback, even though they lost, Patrick Mahomes
Wow. Okay.
still led the fantasy world in quarterbacks. So he's got 23 completions, 261, 4 passing touchdowns added, 40 yards off 3 carries, giving himself 37.44. Kind of a down game for him in a way, but like passing yards, he's usually around like sitting at just above 300, I would say. But hey, 4 touchdowns though.
Yep.
That's good for him. On to the running back, which
Is it McCaffrey?
no,
Oh.
it's Bijan.
Oh.
Back up
okay.
there again. 23 rushes, 142 yards, and a touchdown. Added 5 catches for 51 yards, giving him a grand total of 30.3 fantasy points. Now, the wide receiver. I'm trying to remember it without popping it up yet.
I know it's not
Um,
JSN.
that is true. Um,
Devontae?
oh, that reminds me. Close, but no.
Okay.
AJ Brown.
Oh,
We
okay.
haven't seen his name up here at all.
No, no.
But he's got 10 catches, 132 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's the kind of game you want your wide receiver one to have, Philadelphia. You wouldn't have issues with the team if he was getting games like this. But then
Yeah.
Devontae Smith would, and then it's gonna pick your poison.
So the fingers are pointed towards Saquon. Everybody's kind of talking about that now. You know,
He's
why
just not
is-
getting the ball enough.
Yeah, yeah.
It
All right,
sucks.
tight end.
He had 30. I didn't finish reading how many points he
Okay.
had. He had 35.2.
All
now
right.
on to tight end. When was the last time you saw a name like this be fantasy relevant?
I don't know.
Probably in Philadelphia. Zach
Oh,
Ertz.
Zach Ertz. Wow.
10
yeah.
catches, 106 yards, and 6 first downs, which gives him an extra half a point per first down. Yeah, 28.6. So, and
Yeah,
then,
he was perennially on my team for about 6 or 7 years there with Philly. I had a bunch
Yep.
of Eagles on my team.
yeah,
if you
Alshon
remember.
Jeffrey, Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Like, it went all over the place. Now the leaders of fantasy scoring.
For the year.
Nothing has changed.
Josh Allen, Christian McCaffrey, Smith and Jigba's got to get her going now. I'm really disappointed in the his focus not in that game. I mean, not focusing on him during that game at all. Just getting the ball to him. I don't think he had. I think he had maybe one target at halftime. And
No
it
idea.
it was just disheartening. It was like, come on, do something here. So, and Trey McBride, oh, that's he's been up there a lot for sure. All right, well, those are our leaders for the year. This is the last week in most leagues for fantasy football before the playoffs start. I unfortunately will not be involved in the
I very well might
championship
not
round.
be either.
We do have the toilet bowl in our league that I'll be a part of. I'm the first one to flush. Actually, I am the number 10 out
I
of
gotta
10
beat
seed.
Mom this week.
Ooh, you have Mom this week. Okay.
And I don't have a second quarterback.
You don't need it.
Yeah, I do.
You could probably trade her for.
No
Geno
trades
Smith.
right now. No trades right now.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, that is going to do it from us. For everyone here at ROS, have a great weekend, and let's hope those Hawks can take care of Atlanta. All right.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. Have a good one.